Hey guys, how are we doing today? Got another case review for you. This one is much different than the other cases that I reviewed for you. I specifically requested this case because it is different than the normal case that you guys see on the streets. It's a much different one. This is an Otterbox Armor Series case, and what the Armor Series is, it is pretty much the most resistant casing you'll be able to find. It is a waterproof case up to 3 feet deep, shock resistant, dust resistant, dirt resistant, drop, scratch, everything resistant. This case completely encloses your iPod. It's not just the kind of case that you're going to want to buy and have it in your pocket and go around, bring it in your backpack and stuff. This is the kind of case that, I don't know, construction workers want to use. This is the kind of case that you want to use when you're going kayaking, when you're, I don't know. This is seriously an outdoorsman's kind of casing. So anyway, move all the packaging aside, and you guys see this is a beast of a case. A very hard, durable plastic all over. Got a pretty nice system on the back too for the casing and whatnot when you're trying to apply and take off the belt clip and whatnot. Belt clip's pretty nice. Anyway, as you guys see here, nothing is really exposed. Here's your headphone jack. They do link it up so you can still listen to your music while the case is enclosed. Everything else though is pretty much enclosed. You're not getting any access to your volume rocker switch, your sleep-wake button. Those are all enclosed also. 30-pin USB, they're all enclosed. The only thing that you have access to, you got 3 things that you can get to. You have your touchscreen access, you have your home button so you can click this, and then you also have your little headphone jack at the bottom. So anyway, really simply, the way that you pop this casing open, simply just flip up the back, and you have this gorgeous case. Now, as you guys see in here, there's the little pin that will stick into your iPod actually, and that's what will travels through here and goes down here so you can actually listen to you through your headphones. This is as far as the casing opens. Sadly, I wish that it would open a little bit easier so it would be easier to access and actually easier to plug your iPod into that jack at the bottom, but I mean, if this is as far as it can go for it to be as resistant as it is, I am not complaining. The inside of it is inlaced with rubber. This is a really nice rubber. It's not like a silicone cheap rubber. It is a really nice shock resistant rubber. The rest of it kind of just more of a harder plastic. There's a little bit of a rubber so it can actually protect from scratching, but the only rubber on here is this little outside brim on the back. Everything else is a hard plastic. Everything you're seeing is a hard plastic. So anyway, let's get the iPod, pop this sucker in. Now, it's a little bit harder to actually get your iPod in there, but once you get the hang of it, it should be fine. So anyway, iPod is enclosed. My iPod can now go up to 3 feet deep in water, can throw it, I can do anything. I know this is a bed, but I could throw this here. I mean, you couldn't see it, but you heard it at least. I'm trusting this baby with all my life. This can now go 3 feet deep underwater. It's shock resistant. It's scratch resistant. There's no way that your iPod can get scratched in here. There's nowhere that dust could get inside of this iPod. This thing is completely enclosed. This is not the kind of casing that you're going to want to have so you can easily have access to your iPod. Not the most comfortable casing. This is the man that wants to baby their iPod. They want to have their iPod perfect, last for years upon years, never take any damage to it. If you're an outdoorsman, you're a hiker and whatnot, this is what you're going to want to have. Just pop it into your backpack and you can have access to your headphone jack and listen to your music still. So anyway, the way that you wake up your iPod with this is you click this little rubber silicone pad down here, wakes up your iPod, slide to unlock, and there you go. Surprisingly, the touchscreen is pretty solid so far. There is a little bit of a gap in here, yeah, but it's not too noticeable. The only thing that kind of upsets me is sometimes I want to adjust my volume, or if I want to turn the sleep-wake button on, you can't access those. It would have been nice if they had a little bit of a rubber silicone padding for those buttons also, but you can't win everything. This is a pretty solid casing. They're not making this so you can have easy access to your iPod. They're making this so that it'll be durable, and your iPod will never take any damage to it. So, the touchscreen, yeah, it's actually pretty solid. It's one of the better ones that I've seen so far for a touchscreen that's enclosed in a casing, and I would trust this with everything actually. I have not put my iPod underwater with it. I've seen tests of it on YouTube though, but to be honest, although I trust this casing, I don't trust them enough to simply put my iPod underwater for review. That's up to you guys. If you're going on in a boat, your iPod's getting some splashes on it, it will definitely be fine. I would trust that 100%. Out in the rain, I trust it 100%. But to actually go into the sink and dunk and submerge my iPod underwater in this, I don't know. I mean, they say that it'll work, but I'm not going to try it. It's not worth $250 of an iPod to me. So anyway, that's basically all you have for this review. Everything is right now enclosed, as you guys see. It's all gorgeously enclosed. Everything everything's really smooth. This isn't really a grippy case. I mean, yeah, it's a big monster. This is a bulky case. Let's see if this has the weight on it somewhere around here. Don't see a weight. Kind of want to though, because this is what I would call, when I've described this casing to my friends, I told them I got a new case. I call it the brick. This is basically what I would call it, and it's not in a negative concept. It's not a negative tone or anything like that. They make this casing so you can have a durable, completely safe casing for your iPod, and they completely succeeded with that. The only thing that you have to access, your headphone jack at the bottom, you have your home button at the bottom, you have your touchscreen, pretty easy to access. They did a fantastic job with this screen protector, so if you don't have one on your iPod or iPhone already, you can definitely just use this one, it'll work fine. And your light sensitivity thing up here, that's open too. Belt clip in the back is pretty solid, actually, not gonna lie. It's not the best that I've seen. It is a little bit more flimsy than I'd like it to be, but it's not terrible. I'll give them some credit on that. Anyway, this is the casing that you're going to want to do if you're going to want to baby your iPod. If you love your iPod, never want to take a single scratch, never get a piece of dust on it or anything like that, this is the casing that you're going to want to find for it. It's a great casing for the iPod. It's called the Armor Series for the iPod Touch 2G from Otterbox. I do have a link in the sidebar over here to the right if you want to go check it out. It's a great casing. Not the most appealing casing. It doesn't come in any other colors. This is what you get. You get a black, hard, that's what she said, durable casing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and hopefully some of you guys out there are going to want to go out and get this casing. It's a big one. Compared to my hand, there we go. There's my hand entirely out. Anyway, that's all I got for this review, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. The rest of my week laid out. I got a earphone review coming to you guys. I got 2 more cases. I got more application reviews, so stick in tight. Subscribe to my videos so you guys will be updated constantly in the iPod Kid, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a fantastic day.